Hey guys, welcome back to Inside the Seller Studio. I'm Rebecca, this is John. We are officially back from our vacation mode on our store. Our store's been active for almost a full week now. Over a full week. Because it was not off the whole time that we took off from our regular jobs.
Over a full week.
But sales picked up immediately, and I think that we know it's because of the video games that we bought the weekend before we put our store in vacation mode. We came back, we got them cleaned, tested, and listed, and a lot of them sold immediately. Of course, we've sold things that we had active in our store, but the purchases from our We Messed Up video is what really, I feel like kicked it off. Because in the past, it's always taken a long time to regain momentum.
Everybody talks about how you have to get your store jump started to get moving again. You know, eBay punishes you for taking vacation or whatever. But we kind of had hoped, had planned to have something quick listings, quick selling, and that We Messed Up garage sale video was just absolutely exactly what we were looking for.
Mm-hmm. And we did not get the garage as cleaned up as we had thought we would. That's because we've definitely picked up a lot more big items to sell locally, and they take up a lot of space. We did find some things that were not listed, though, that had been in our totes, so that's always fun.
No, it's not.
Why hasn't this sold? Oh, because it's not even listed.
Yeah.
One of the things we did find a Nintendo 64 lot to purchase on Facebook Marketplace. It's disgusting. It's a really nasty lot. I know John loves when I talk about how gross things are. It was $250. We have already sold a lot of the games, and the EverDrive from it, the expansion pack from it, but there's still a lot of work to be done on the 64. I think you're going to have to take it apart and completely clean it because it looks like the buttons stick, the reset buttons stick. Upon closer inspection, at least one of the controllers, the wires are showing, so we won't be able to sell that off. I don't know if you were going to redo the joystick anyways. All of the sticks are super loose. They are loosey-goosey. It is...
Yep, it was a bad purchase. You're right.
No, it wasn't a bad purchase because we're still going to make a lot of money,
Yep.
But we've had to clean a lot from it, and I did not test any of the games. I tested all of the games, but I did not use the system that we bought. I pulled out our system.
Man, she is beating me up. Wow.
No, it's fun. It's fun to do purchases like that, but we are very selective on what we will pay up for. Video games is probably one of those things we will always pay up for. He has the knowledge and the expertise to take apart the systems, do what needs to be done to clean, ensure that they're all authentic and not fake games, because we do see a lot of fake games on Facebook listings, and get it ready to sell. So that was fun. Did you have anything to add for the 64?
Oh, no, I'm not going to beat myself up.
You shouldn't, because we're already in the profit.
We are. The games, it had a couple sneaky, really valuable games. It had really good popular games. And then even the lowest value games were in that $10 to $15 range. And we're just going to save a couple of those to put it with the system for when I do sell it. There was only one that had a RIP label. It was the awesome game Superman. If you've ever played it, you know. That's going away with the system. But I'm in no hurry to take apart the system because it will take a lot of time. I do like to replace joysticks on the controllers. I replace them with GameCube joysticks. I've done it to a lot of ours. They're just better. They're more accurate and they're more comfortable. But I need to order some extra parts. I think I'm going to try to get as many of the controllers working as possible. But it was a good purchase. I would have loved to have talked the person down even just a little bit. But around here, video games is just too competitive. And the second I messaged him, we were in the car on our way. Okay, that's all I've got.
I do struggle a lot. I'm sure people have noticed in videos. I just want garage sale prices for everything. I want to get the best deal possible. But sometimes you do have to pay up to still make money, and that's at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. We're here to make money. Next weekend is the last weekend in June, and we have actually been finding a lot more neighborhood garage sales this month. A lot more, not a lot more, but we've been finding a neighborhood garage sale to go to every weekend, but we are branching out. We're not sticking around in
our town. Yeah.
So it's a little scary when we branch out and go to other areas. Last weekend it was, let's go to Tulsa to garage sale, which is such a vague thing to say. And so John was like, well, no, we're going to go to Midtown. I found a sale online, so we plugged in that address. We stopped at a couple before. And then as we were driving around, we found a neighborhood garage sale, and that's where we spent our weekend last weekend. And it's good that we have a Durango because both seats got put down to make room for the large items that we purchased.
And we bought a lot of big stuff.
Yes. So as long as we can keep finding these neighborhood garage sales, we will definitely keep going to them this summer. We usually take off the heat of the summer, so we're not out there because there's just not enough sales to make it worth it. But if we're willing to branch out and go to new places and they're having sales, then we will go ahead and go.
I just drive.
But next weekend is the flea market, and John's really excited for the flea market. John loves the flea market. Get this real fast.
She's gone.
Okay, sorry. You're not going to say anything while I bend over.
She's back.
So I don't know if I'm going to go to the flea market with him or not. I don't really like going to the flea market, and our son usually goes with him, but he's going to be out of town next weekend. So we'll see if we go or not. That's really all I had for Inside the Seller Studio, things to keep you guys updated on what we've got going on. Did you have anything else before we end it with what we're going to be shipping out today?
No, I'm good.
Okay. This weekend we actually did not make a trip to the post office on Saturday yesterday.
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. We have everything listed as 2-day handling, so we don't have to go on Saturday. I think going forward we may add this little clip to our videos on Sunday. It's kind of what has sold since we last went to the post office. So we last went to the post office on Friday. So all of this has sold, Friday afternoon, Saturday, and Sunday morning before we are taping. We're gonna.
Let's go in order. That's what I wrote it down.
Oh, we're gonna go in order. So a bunch of videos ago, we went to a garage sale that had a unbelievable amount of cookbooks and cooking magazines and such. We did sell Bake from Scratch. I think this sold for what?
$24.11 plus shipping. This is volume 5. We actually sold, I think, volume 2 or volume 3 a while ago, and the feedback on it was in excellent condition, way better than described. It was new, but it's not new. So I would never describe something as new if it's not new.
It's not new to us.
So the next item that we will be shipping out is Army Men Air Combat for the 64. This was part of that 64 collection we bought. This one sold. Obviously, we sent out best offers on this one. Or not best offers, we sent out offers to get it sold. It sold for $16.30, free shipping.
There's a 5% offer.
And then we sold, I don't know how to say this. I'm going to let you say this Nintendo game.
Gyrus.
Is that really how you say it? Okay. This one is very expensive. It sold for a whole $10.11.
How else would you say that?
I don't know. But I can make it weird.
The last 4 letters say Russ, and the first 2 letters are G and Y.
Okay.
Gyrus. I think it's a... I'm not even going to act like I know what it is. I think it's a puzzle game. A shooter. Maybe a shoot 'em up. Shump. Is that what they call them? I don't know. I was never good at side-scrolling shooters.
Another item we're going to be
this was from her big CD purchase where she bought the CD holders, and it was full of obscure Latin jazz and so on. This is Roberto Carlos. This sold for
$19.11 plus shipping.
Yep. It's awesome.
Like, I don't know. That ended up being such a great purchase for me.
And then another 64 game. This is Mace.
Dark Ages.
Dark Ages. I can truly say I've never played this game.
I tested it, but mostly just to turn it on because it didn't really seem that fun. It sold for $21.11 free shipping.
So you will notice on some of the games we do free shipping, and some of the games we don't. I kind of judge it on how many are listed. How far, when I list mine in the pricing scheme, am I in the middle, am I high, am I low? I don't want to give it away, so I try to throw in that free shipping, which, a lot of people are used to Amazon or whatever, and they just gravitate towards free shipping.
The next item that sold, we were so excited when we got this notification yesterday while we were out at garage sales. It's the EverDrive 64 that we bought with the system. We paid $250 for the system and all the games. This EverDrive sold for $225.11 plus shipping.
If you're not familiar with what an EverDrive is, I don't know if I can legally say this, but you can find ROMs of games. You put them on this memory card. This memory card, I don't know what's on it. I didn't sell it as a full memory card, but you can put them on there, and then you can play them on your actual original hardware. Mm-hmm. We have our own type of EverDrive, or we would have kept that.
Yes. We also sold the Terminator on Nintendo.
This, I think, was one of our last games in that over $20 range from the 200 Nintendo games that we had purchased. I think he was officially the last expensive game.
Bummer. $44.11 plus shipping.
I think we have a couple $30 range games. Final Fantasy, maybe a Mega Man 3 or something. There's a couple things in that $30 range, but he at whatever. $44.11 was our last highest game, which is totally fine. Because we're way in the profit, and it's just a positive.
Yeah, but it's always fun to sell that.
So there's a local store during the holidays. They have sales, usually. It's always buy two, get one free. They had this item. It's an original pack, or original box of Donruss Elvis cards from 1978. They had it listed as a single card. So I bought it, and I attached it to some other stuff that we had bought. If you look on our store, we've got a bunch of really nice like Marvel and comic book autographs currently, and patch cards and stuff like that. This was one of those things. This is actually from a second authenticator that authenticates this to be true. We sold it. I believe it's going out of the country, and it sold for
$72.09 and shipping.
And we had purchased it for $46, buy two get one free. So then you take 33% off if I did my math right. So we paid about $30 for it.
Yeah,
and that's awesome. And then this is kind of a sad sell because this is, I think, I'm almost positive this is our last big Super Nintendo manual from our big collection that we had purchased at this same store. And I think the rest are all in, there's 4 left, maybe 3. They're in that $20 to $30 range, but we sold the manual for Super Bonk. It was, at one point in time, I had listed it for $100, but it actually it eventually sold for
$79.11 plus shipping.
And you can't really complain about that because we paid $4 for it.
Yeah.
Which was excellent.
I'm actually really excited as the manuals sell because I always feel like I'm going to hit something on them and they're going to get like crinkled, bent, something's going to happen. I know you have that same concern that I'm going to do that because I am a hazard with some of the specialty fragile items. So John will be packing that up because I won't be trusted to pack it where it can stay flat. We'll use cardboard in it.
I'll actually ship it in a DVD like box. We have CD ones, we have DVD ones, we have book ones, and we have record ones. They're very thin, they're very flat. I'll pack it in one of those boxes, and then I'll put that box in a different box. With all the other manuals, the ones we sold for over $100, we always got, please keep, packed, blah, blah, blah. I understand the buyer's concern, but we overpack everything for sure. But yeah, that's kind of what we're shipping today. That's kind of maybe a new thing at the end of Inside the Cellar Studio. We'll see what it looks like next week. If we only have 1 or 2 items, we may not do it.
Oh, we probably will. We'll keep it real.
Okay, we'll keep it real. But that's the 9 items we're shipping out today. Obviously, if anything sells from now until we do that, we'll obviously ship those items out too. But that's kind of our week in review.
Yeah. Next week we'll be talking about the month in review. With highlights and lowlights. I don't even know what the lowlights are.
I don't know. Lowlight, week and a half, 2 weeks off. So we'll see. But thank you for watching today, and
we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.